Got fitted Japan!
Yeah, all the time I'm business. I'm all about my business, but I ain't got no briefcase. Yeah, all I got's some whiskey. Open man the whiskey, bring it to you. Yeah, I'm leaning up against the door, and my feet are to the floor, and we're messing on go. Yeah, I've been in before. I'm a broken man, needing remedial lands. I'm all about my business. Let me love you till the morning. Let me love you till the morning, yeah.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Chome.
And I'm Tom Tokyo.
That's right. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, caffeine, coffee, tea, water, orange juice, steak and eggs in the morning. Not booze, not this early in the morning. Two dudes, not booze, Japan, Tom.
And the news.
And the news. Okay. And as I said, I'm Johnny, and this is my highly sleep-deprived co-host, Tom. Tom, you stayed up all night. You worked. You basically went to work, what, at 7 o'clock, and then you got back at 3 o'clock. Is that right?
7:30. This is on the 7:30 I started and finished at like, I think 3 thereabouts. Something like that.
Oh my God. Beautiful answer, Tom. I can't believe you answered that so articulately. All right. And this is episode.
I was worried I went to overtime because I've been finishing like 6 or 7 or sometimes later because you had a bunch of overtime. And I was like, oh, I was worried I'm not going to have to stay up and do this. I got a little sleep, but not a lot.
Okay, that's good, Tom. Okay, well, we'll try to work with you. All right. So, yeah, this is episode number 760. And oh my God, faders, Tokyo is a changing. Tokyo is a changing. In the last week, we went from very warm weather to freezing cold weather. It is ice cold. People are talking about snow already. And yeah, let's see. It is, what is it? It's November 22nd. And which is kind of strange because, you know, when I first came to Japan, October was kind of cold. You know, October was like really cold. You know, in October, people were wearing winter jackets. Now, October's hot. November is pretty much tropical for the first 15 days. But after about, you know, November 20th, it gets cold in this place. And yeah, man, it's cold all over the country, not just Sapporo, not just Tokyo. But yeah, I got friends down there in Kyushu, and they're just like, yeah, it's pretty cold over here too. So yeah, if you're coming to Japan, don't choose November. Oh, actually, wait a second. If you like cold weather, November's a great time to come here. And also, there's less tourists. I mean, still, there's so many tourists. This place is overcrowded, oversaturated with tourists, but it's less than about 2 months ago.
There's a nice window if you want to come here from, I'd say, like maybe like mid-September to like the end of November, where there's not a lot of tourists, it's not so crowded, and it's off season, so it's a lot cheaper. So if you can get here, it's like not bad. I don't think.
I agree with that. I definitely agree. I think if you're going to travel, if you can, I think that autumn is the best time to travel. Yeah, the tickets are cheaper, and there's usually less tourists. I mean, still, I mean, you're going to be blown away. I mean, I went to like kind of like a cafe last night that's like kind of off the beaten path. You know, it's like a dog cafe or whatever that you can bring in your pets or whatever. So I went there with a friend just to have a cup of coffee, and yeah, we went in there. Tons of tourists. I was like, how the fuck do you guys find these places? It took me years to find this place.
Advisor, who knows? Somewhere on the internet, most likely. I would say I'm working night shoot. I would say like we've had a couple cold days, but I'm not that bad because I'm literally working in the middle of the night. But also I'm working in like Harajuku, and I will say this cold weather does not deter miniskirts because we see a lot of them.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love this because like I'm like the street I'm working out because we're doing like basically my job very simply is like we section off like a piece of road, we rip up the sidewalk and like then like rip up old cabling or sometimes replace it, and that's it. That's what I do. But like, yeah, but the place I'm at, I know exactly where I'm at. I love this area. It's like Harajuku. Actually, it's about halfway between Harajuku and Shibuya.
Okay, like Meiji Dori.
Yep, pretty much. And it's like all mini skirts all the time walking by. Even like the foreman and the bosses there, like they're just sitting there. We're just like running power tools. Then you just look by and go, nice.
Okay,
Even the bosses.
okay, even the bosses are pervert. Okay, I got a question. So, when you think about like typical New York construction workers, they're always like taking a break, smoking a cigarette, eating like some kind of a bologna sandwich and stuff. And they're watching like the office girl walk down the street and they're whistling and catcalling and stuff like, "Hey, honey chicks, how you doing?" That kind of stuff, whatever. Do you guys do the same thing? Do you guys all like sit down and smoke a cigarette and start whistling at the girls that go by?
We don't catcall them, dude. We're not pervos. We just look.
That's kind of being a pervo.
Not being a pervo, dude.
Dude,
Not
seriously.
being a pervo, dude.
Dude, when you stare at Tail walking down the street, it's kind of perverted, dude. Seriously. I mean, yeah, they call you a creepy Charlie. Creepy Charlie. Creepy Charlie.
I disagree. Creepy Charlie would be perfect. I'd be like, even the wolf whistle. Hey, baby, how you doing?
There we go. I knew you knew it.
Don't do that. We do not do that. No, 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 no.
What, you guys say it under your breath? They're like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" He said it.
No, I'm not gonna say which country for, but like, yeah, I work with various nationalities, but like, the 20-something dudes are like horn dogs. Like, ooh, 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 nice. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know. We're all thinking it.
I knew it. I knew it. It's part of the business, I guess. I was in Harajuku just last week for different reasons, actually. All right, faders. As many of you guys know, I'm a bicycle enthusiast, particularly a BMX enthusiast. I love BMX bikes. I've been riding them my whole life. Can I do stunts? No, not at all. Can I pop a wheelie? No, not at all. I don't do that, but I just love BMXs. I just love the bikes. To each their own. So anyway, was it last week, about a week and a half, I was riding my BMX, which I've had for 8 years. 8 years I've been riding all over Tokyo in the same bike, right? And the thing is, all of a sudden, like my bike started making a clicking noise. Click, 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 like a random clicking noise, right? And I was like, oh, snap, dude, my tire's broken or something. So I went home after like a day of riding and I flipped my bike over and I looked at my tire and I was like, geez, there's something wrong with this. The machine that's inside the tire, whatever, there's something wrong with it, So, and I didn't know what it was. And I didn't know if I could fix it or whatever. I started tinkering around with it. And I figured if I took the bike apart, I'm going to break it or I won't be able to put it back together, even though it's incredibly easy. So I decided to take it to my friend's shop, which is in Harajuku, called Double Bass. Double Bass is like the bicycle shop in Tokyo. If you want to get your wheels on, if you want to get like a wheel for your kid, if you want to get wheels for yourself or something, BMX street bikes, a couple of, they also have some mountain bikes. Double Bass is the place to go. Double Bass. They don't support the show, but they should. But anyway, so I went there and I was like, yo guys, there's a problem with my back tire. I can't figure it out. So they took the tire off, they're tinkering with it and stuff. They let all the air out of the tire, they put the tire back on. And yeah, they couldn't figure it out either. And they're like, listen, man, I think basically, I mean, you just got to get like a whole new tire, and it's going to cost you Nima yen, which Nima yen is 20,000 yen. And they're like, if you get a back tire, you should probably get a front tire because something's going to happen with the front tire because usually they kind of like, they fall apart at the same time. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's going to be Young yen, right? 40,000 yen, which is in today's money, it's pretty much like $50. Like 5 years ago, it was $400, but the yen is so weak right now. Let's not even talk about that. It's depressing.
It's still $400 for us, though. For the rest of the world, yeah, it's $50. It's still $400 for us, though.
True. Absolutely true. You're absolutely right, Tom. Yes, it's still $400 for us. And I was like, shit, man, how much for another like 8th Street rider, which is the kind I ride? And they're like, we can give it to you for 60,000 yen, right? And I was like, 60,000 yen. So for an extra
$1 million.
well, so for an extra 200 or 200-esque dollars, right? I can get a whole new bike. And I was like, shit, man. Okay, I guess that's the way to go because I mean, I've had my bike for 8 years. I've replaced almost everything on the bike except for like the headset and like, I mean, the body of it, right? And so I'm just like, okay, I might as well get a new bike, right? So I get the new bike and I need my wife to come and pick me up or pick up the bike, right? Because I've got two bikes now at the BMX shop. I got my old bike and then I've got my new bike, right? And so I'm like, hey, listen, just come down, meet me. You can ride my new bike home. I'll ride the old bike home and stuff, you know? And she's like, all right, cool. So I paid the money. I got the new bike. And anyway, we ride home. And as we ride home, I'm riding the old bike and I notice there's no clicking. And I notice it's riding much better. It's smoother. I'm going down Dogenzaka Street. I'm going up Meiji Dori. I'm on Kananada. It's a little early, faders. Kananadori. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm
I
on
know how you feel, man. I know you feel.
okay, so I'm on Kananadori, and my bike is riding fine. And I'm like, holy shit, what is going on? So I take both bikes home and stuff, and I flip over the old bike and I start looking at it. And the thing is, I think what happened was I've been riding it for so long that the placement of the tire was kind of like at an angle. So basically, it was going around a couple of times and maybe like hitting something, like a spoke was hitting something. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I think something was off because when they put the tire back on and filled it up with air, the tire actually was better. It's much better. The bike rides better than before. So now I've got two well-functional bikes and I don't know what to do. And I've been riding the new bike just for shits and giggles. And the thing is, I love it. I love this new bike. This new bike is just, it's like a newer model of like the old model, right? And it is so, so cool. And I was thinking about selling my old bike. And then I was like, okay, if I sold the old bike, nobody's going to buy it, right? Because it's like an old BMX, right? And if I sell the new bike, which I really like, you know, what am I going to get? You know, like a used bike in Tokyo, you're going to get like a quarter, a fraction of the price, right? So I was like, shit, what do I do? And so I just decided just to keep both bikes. So now I've got two bikes. So every day I ride one bike in the morning and then I ride the other bike in the evening. So I'm getting the best of both worlds and stuff. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. And faders, I highly recommend that when you come to Japan, you go to Double Base and you buy yourself a bike. And the best thing about a bike is it's great exercise, man. Great exercise. Dude, I got muscles in my arms and my stomach and my legs. You know, it's great for losing weight. And yeah, it gets you from point A to point B and stuff. And it's great. It's absolutely great. And there's tons of hills that you can bomb in Tokyo. Now, one thing that I don't recommend is an electric bike. Electric bikes, oh my God, they had to change all the rules in Japan recently because so many of these electric bikes go too fast and people don't know how to control them and they get hit by cars, they crash into other people, and the whole slew of people got hurt and stuff. And yeah, and you get no exercise. You might as well buy a motorcycle, you know? Buy a motorcycle if you want something electric. Don't buy an electric bike, buy a BMX. That's what I'm saying. And also, another thing, you know, I said that I paid 60,000 yen, about like $600 for us. For Americans, it's like 50 bucks, right? Now, the thing is, that's a lot of money. But I started doing the math, right? So I save by not taking a train. I usually save anywhere from 800 to maybe 2,000 yen a day, depending on the day, right? But on average, I estimated about 800 yen a day. So let's do a little math, faders. Okay, let's do a little math together. Here we go. I think my coffee's kicking in. Okay, so here we go. 800 yen per day, right here. It's on my calculator, right there. Boom, 800 yen. Tom, how many days are in a year?
365.
God, I love your brain sometimes. 365. Okay, so 800 times 365. Okay. In 1 year, I save 292,000 yen. 292,000 yen. Dude, that's a plane ticket anywhere. That's a plane ticket to the moon, right? So anyway, I saved that for 1 year. Now, okay, I've had the same bike for 8 years times eight. Okay. Boom. I've saved 2,336,000 yen. 5 years ago, that was $23,000. Now, 50 bucks, but still it's $23,000 for us. So I'm saying, man, go to Double Base and buy a bicycle, man, and get your ride on, dude. Good for your health, good for the environment, and good for your wallet. Mic drop. Tom, you got a bike?
Yes, I do. I was writing it like we haven't done the show in a bit, but like I read it to and from work and it's pretty good.
Nice.
Uh,
Good
10
man.
minute.
Good
It
man.
would be a 25-minute walk, or I could just take my bike 10 minutes. It's not so bad, like it and all. So that's pretty good. I'd experienced writing it. My wife did this and I didn't like it. She like really, actually, her and her mother really wanted family photos, which is pretty cool. But like the thing was like, for my work, I get like one freebie a month, basically
Freebie.
like free and clear. I can take just one day off. I just have to tell them in advance and say I want this day off. I was like, all right, what day? I just asked my wife, just tell me in advance what day you want, so we can schedule family photos for photography.
Hmm.
She's like, oh, I want this day. It's like, okay, great. Which completely, again, like it's like doing the podcast now, it like messes up my hours though. So I only get a couple hours sleep, and it's family photos. So to dress up in a 3-piece suit. So did that. We went there, like had family dinner. That was fine. Or sorry, had family lunch, and then we take the family photos, and like we're dressing my kid up in like a kimono, and
Ah,
like he looked, yeah, it was cool. I like this. I like this. It's cool. Like I wasn't happy about the scheduling the time. My son was like wearing a kimono, an actual kimono, like really balling one too. And like the dressing up tuxedo, we took family photos. They're like, smile. I'm like, trying my best. So we did all that and like blah 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 blah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. As soon as I'm off camera, I'm sitting there like. Then like took like all these things do like way longer than it should have, and my wife's like, oh, and another thing, we rode our bicycles there. I'm not happy about this. We had to go 2 stations, which was about 30 minutes. I'm like, can't walk 15 minutes and take the train. I was like, it's easier this way. It's like I'm tired and I'm wearing like a nice 3-piece suit. And I don't want to like fall over because I'm sleep deprived and dirty it up. But we did that, and like a blah 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 blah. I'm gonna probably treasure these family photos when we get them back. We're getting them back soon. But like then my wife's like, okay, you're done. I'm like, thank you. Get on my bicycle and I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna strip the suit off and I'm gonna sleep. Go down the road, and of course a cop stops me.
oh shit.
You're right. And like he's like, so he does all the whole. There's a stupid routine for this. I know. Then he goes to blah, 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 blah. Like, do you speak Japanese? I stop, and I'm like, here we go. Also, like aforementioned, I've said this several times, but I do not like the police here. They're annoying. They're worthless, and they suck. The guy's like blah blah blah.
Wait,
blah,
wait
blah,
a
blah.
second. Wait a second. Let me stop you, man. That's not true, man. We've covered so many articles where the police actually solved the case and put like the bad guy in jail. I think that the police are absolutely fantastic. I think they do a great job. If you look around, Japan's like one of the safest countries in the world, right? I respect the police, and I think they're great. There's bad apples in every industry, man. So you can't just say that like a flatline. It's just like a flatline statement, dude.
There's only so many times you can get stopped and harassed by the police where you're sitting there going NWA, going fuck the police straight from the
No,
underground.
dude, Tom, seriously. I mean, dude, how safe is your city? Is it
Yeah,
pretty
it's
safe?
safe.
Yeah,
Which
okay,
is
there we
why
go. Fair enough, man. The police are doing a good job because the area is safe. The city's safe. You can walk around with money in your pocket, right? You can walk around with money in your pocket. You walk around with your cell phone in your hand. You can do that. Nobody's gonna
that is
take your
a
cell phone.
reflection of the society, not the police. The police are glorified direction givers, but anyway, I detest. So anyway,
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tell your story, man. But yeah, when you start putting your politics in your fucking story, dude, I'm gonna cut you down, dude, because I mean, if you're
And anyway, the
incorrect.
cop goes, blah blah
All
blah
right.
blah blah, and I was like, okay, so not
All
in the
right. There
mood.
you
So
go.
I'm going to have some fun with you.
Mhm.
Cop stops me and goes, blah 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 blah. Do you speak Japanese? Stop. Yes, I speak Japanese. And then he starts going blah 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 blah. He's like, you can't ride with earphones on. You can't ride on the sidewalk.
It's
And
true.
I'm like,
It's true.
okay.
We
Like
talked about this last week. It's a new rule.
Yeah. Specifically, as this is happening, I just point and I just point to all the other high school children going back and forth, like all over the place. I'm going, then why are they doing it? And he's like, well, they're not supposed to. I love doing this, man, because like when the cops stop you, just like throw them off their game. They're like, okay, how about this? They're like, and like specifically, I want to know why you stopped me. He's like, well, I just stopped you. And he didn't stop all these high school kids. He stopped the one gaijin. I tend to think that's racist. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he's like, do you live here? And I'm like, do you live in Japan? And I'm like, all right, dude, here we go. You see this? This is a $700 suit. You see this custom bike? This is a $500 custom bike. Do you think I'm a tourist? And I'm speaking Japanese to you. Do you think I'm a tourist? He's like, no. I'm like, mm-hmm. And he's sitting there. He was about ready to write me a ticket. And as this is happening, my wife, my son, and my mother-in-law walk by.
And you're like, obviously getting arrested, of course. And they're like, oh, that's my husband.
And I turn, and they're like, they stop, and they're like, hey, what's going on here? And I'm like, man, this racist cop just stopped me and blah, blah, and he's harassing me. All the other high school kids, like, are going by and doing the same thing I'm doing, but he singles me out because I'm the gaijin. We just moved to Kanagawa. I thought Kanagawa was more open-minded than Tokyo or some of the other places, but I guess I was wrong. And my wife's like, why are you stopping my husband? And I'm like, I can't believe this. I worked all night last night, and like, I'm only on a couple hours sleep, and we just got our nice family photos taken, and you're harassing me. You're making my day bad. And my wife's like, So my mother-in-law's giving the old lady stink eye, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. So he like apologizes and does the bowie thing, and he walks away. I'm like, go away, pest.
All right, Tom.
So I got rid of him, and then I went home, took off my suit, had one celebratory beer, and went to sleep. That was
Amen. There we go. That's church. Yo, Tom, okay, at the beginning of the story, I was on your side. And then when you started saying all your politics and shit, I was off your side. And then when you started like talking about like, the cop being racist, which he was, then I was on your side again. So yeah, okay, Tom, that was a good story.
And I got one more quick one. Like
another quick, no, Tom, just one story, one and done is fine, dude. So okay, awesome, man. Save it for tomorrow when we do the next episode, all right? Is it related? Oh shit, did your internet drop? Did my internet drop? Oh God, maybe I should have let him tell his story. Do you get me? Is there anybody out there? Are we still recording? Have we been recording? Oh geez, that was a great story. Tom, where are you? What happened? Oh my God, that's if anybody's watching this is a very unappealing photo of Tom or image. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise, Tom. Oh my God, what's going on here? Hey, hello, Tom, can you hear me? Oh, he dropped. Okay, yeah, he's off. Okay, well, I guess his story wasn't all that important. One and done. Actually, that's the way to go, man. Like, if you're going to tell a story, tell a great story, and then put the mic down, put your drink down, go to another bar. Well, there he is. Okay, he's back. Oh, God, it's early. Oof. Yeah, Tom, what happened, buddy?
I don't know. I just winked out of my end. It's like no service. No, I don't know. Just like wink. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Yeah, you froze and then the line dropped, but that's okay. All right. Well, Tom, that's a glory.
I got one.
No, dude. We're going on to the news, man. We're going on to the news. Say it for the next time, dude. One and done, man. So when you tell a good story, a really good story, you're like, all right, let's move forward. You don't tell a story and then tell a story and then tell a story and then tell a story and stuff, man. People are bored. Your first story was great, Tom. Let's leave it at that. All right. Boom. So let's move on to actual stories happening in Japan by not us, but with other people, the actual news. So for today, we have, I think, 4 or 5 good articles. Tom, do you have a good article?
I do.
Okay. I started last time. Do you want to go first?
Sure. We'll do it that way. All right. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, Faders? Got Faded Japan has got a new sponsor. Our new sponsor is Gamuso Bar, located in Asagaya, Tokyo. If you're kicking it in Tokyo and you want to get your groove on, get your fade on, you better get your ass down to Gamuso. Gamuso is located in Asagaya. It's about 11 minutes from Shinjuku Station on the Chuo line. Gamuso has weekly bands, weekly performances. And hell, if you got your own event and you want to hold it at Gamuso, we'd love to host you. So contact Gamuso at www.gamuso.com. That's www.gamuso.com. That's right, Gamuso has not only beers in the bottle, but beers on tap. We've got every drink you want, so come on down to Gamuso. Gamuso, and if I'm working, tip me.
Have your attention, please. Attention.
Hey, yo, what's up, Vaders? Johnny here. You know I love booze and news, but I also love art. So come on down to thespiltinc.com and check my art out. I've got tons of stuff there for you to check out. I've got paintings, I got prints, I got videos. And I tell you what, if you like a painting, I could probably sell it to you. And I tell you what, if I can't sell you that painting, I will definitely sell you a print. I've got prints of all my work. Prints are about 2,000 yen each, about $20. But if you buy two, you get the third one for free. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. Yo, and on top of that, I'm looking for commissioned work. So if there's something that you want me to do, I can make it for you. Just check out my stuff and see if you like my style. And if you like my style, I can definitely paint you anything on canvas, paper, whatever. I've done it all. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. That is THESPILTINK.com. Thespiltink.com. Proper. Mitsuya Liquors. Yo, what's up, faders? If you're in Asia, if you're in Japan, if you're in Tokyo, if you're in Asagaya, you better get down to Mitsuya Liquors. That's right, for the most affordable prices in Japan, you can get over 300 different kinds of beer. That's right, over 300 different kinds of beer. And of course, they got all the shochu you need, all the sake you need, and of course, they got wine from California to Italy to France to New Zealand. They got it all. When I say they got it all, they really, seriously got it all. There's no joke about that. So get down to Mitsuya Liquors. And if you go in there and you say, got Faded Japan, you will be more than welcome to go into their back room and drink those beers that you just purchased. That's right, got Faded Japan at Mitsuya Liquors. And 3 times a week, they have a sushi chef there. So get your sushi on, get your drink on, get your fade on, and come on down to Mitsuya Liquors, located comfortably in Asagaya, about 5-minute walk from the station.
In Tokyo and craving soul food? We've got just the place for you. Soul Food House in Azabu-Juban. Check out what we do at soulfoodhouse.com. Come by and taste the love. We look forward to feeding you.
Are you at Harajuku with some out-of-town friends or your family or significant others? Yeah! Do you want to chill and drink beer and eat sandwiches while your friends overpay for glitter unicorn socks? Yeah!
And the flavor's gonna make you complete at Harry's Sandwich Company.
So come on down to Harry's Sandwich Company in the heart of Harajuku, right off Takeshita Street. See you there!
Children's slippers stolen at night at a Japanese preschool, and police have identified the weasel who did it.
A weasel?
A weasel. No criminal charges will be filed, however. When entering a preschool in Japan, you're supposed to take your shoes off. Actually, when entering pretty much any school, but yes. Just like at a Japanese home, the idea is that the soles of your shoes have undoubtedly gotten dirty, dusty, and while walking around outside, and you don't want to track all those unsightly, possibly unhygienic debris into the school's interior. That doesn't mean preschool has spent all day barefoot or in their stocking feet, though. At the entrance of the school, the kids change into uabaki, light slippers that are only worn indoors so they can stay clean. Rather than have kids lug their uabaki to and from school every day, many preschools have dedicated cubby holes in their entryways where kids can store their slippers overnight. However, this convenience turned into an uneasy situation at Gogasho Preschool in the town of Koga, Fukuoka Prefecture earlier this month. As on November 6th, it was discovered that a number of children's slippers had been stolen during the night, with some of them stolen footwear later found scattered about other parts of the school or in its garden. The thief struck again the next night, bringing a total number of victims up up to 13. Uwabaki are not expensive, costing only a few hundred yen, and a few dollars in the US, which I don't know, exchange rate again, pocket change. For a pair. So there's not much money, if any, to be made reselling them to thrifty shoppers who don't want to pay full price for a new pair at the store. That leaves the only possible ulterior motives for a person to steal them, either a prank or of mischievous or malicious intent, or even troubling in an unbalanced individual who's looking to satisfy a disturbing fetish.
Wow.
Gokasho Preschool contacted the local police and reported the thefts. The investigators, taking the matter seriously, decided to set up surveillance camera at the school's entryway with its lens pointed towards the slipper cubbies. And sure enough, just a few days later, on November 12th, they captured a video footage of the weasel in the act. The video can be seen below. So a literal weasel did it.
I knew it. I was thinking cat, but you said weasel way too many times. And I was like, it's got to be a weasel. Yeah. It's so weird that these teachers decided to call the cops. They're like, we got to call the cops. We need security cameras. We need a security guard. We need the goddamn army in here because, I mean, we're just losing shoes left, right, and center. This is crazy. This is bananas.
Well, it could be like serious because if somebody's doing this for like a fetish for like preschool children's schools.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
That's creepy. And I'm a parent and my kid goes to preschool. I would be like, you want to volunteer to stay the night? Because I will camp out there with a baseball bat if you want.
Fair enough. You're right. Oh, okay. Yeah. We've done more than enough stories that have kind of been similar to this. So yeah, there's like a creepy dude running around the schools at night. So yeah. Okay. All right. I agree with you. But, I mean, the good thing is it was a weasel. It was an actual weasel. Yeah. Which part of Japan was this? Is this something that sounds like a Fukuoka story?
It's Fukuoka Prefecture somewhere.
It is Fukuoka. I called it. Yeah, there's a lot of like wild animals.
I said Fukuoka a couple of times. Like Fukuoka, there's Fukuoka City, which is like the I think third or fourth biggest city in Japan, and then there's is it four? Okay, yeah. It's a big city and all. Don't get me wrong, but like you go outside at the rest of Kyushu is pretty countryside. Like the second biggest city is Kyushu City, where I stayed at, which is a city of 1 million people thereabouts. So not small, but other than that, there's not a lot else going on there. There really isn't.
That's awesome. If you love nature, camping, going out and barbecuing in the middle of nowhere and stuff, it's like the place to be. Same thing in Izu, man. You go down in Izu, you just go straight south Tokyo for about, 100 clicks? Dude, maybe even 80 clicks. Dude, it is beautiful down there. Oh my God. Parts of Izu looks like Vietnam. It's absolutely spectacular. So yeah. The countryside of Japan is beautiful. Beautiful.
I didn't say it was bad. It's nice down there. It's further south. It's quite a bit warmer down there, so summers are boiling. But right about now, it's I imagine the weather would be warmer and still be pretty pleasant outside.
I doubt it. It's
anyway, I don't really need to read the rest of the article, but basically a weasel stole it. Likely it's a weasel mother who's just probably just looking to make a home for her babies.
Isn't that nice?
Aww, wow. It's like, oh, well, I guess we can't be too mad.
Those damn weasels. Oh man, it kind of reminds me of Roger Rabbit.
I feel bad for like the little kids because how kids get like really aggro really easily.
No.
So some kids coming in there. Well, you don't, but like I do. Some little kids coming in there, look at their shoebox and shoes aren't there.
Okay, all right. Next story.
Waterworms.
Okay, here we go.
All right, you go, man. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Man arrested for breaking into women's apartment 40 times looking for underwear. Oh my God, the guy's like, he's probably like, you know what?
40 times?
Yes, Tom, 40 times. He's got to be like, oh my God, I know they're around here somewhere. I've been looking for these panties for years and years and years. Where are these damn panties? Kanagawa Prefecture police have arrested a 55-year-old man on suspicion of attempted theft and breaking into a female's work subordinate apartment and searching for her underwear, quote unquote. According to police, Tomohiro Suzuki, a company employee from Ibina, Kanagawa Prefecture, where Tom lives, was arrested after breaking into an apartment of the woman in her 30s in Yamato City, Kanagawa Prefecture, at around 7 p.m. on November 15th, Sankei Shimbun reported. Police said Suzuki took a key from the woman's bag in June and made a duplicate key. Creepy, which he used to enter the apartment about 40 times since then. Okay, so November 15th to now is like what? It's been, holy shit, like it's 7 days. 40 times in seven. That can't be right. Okay, he took photos of her underwear and also installed miniature cameras in the bathroom and kitchen. I can understand the kitchen, but I don't understand the bathroom because maybe this girl, she's a great cook. She makes cookies. She brings them into work. Everybody's curious about her recipe. And this guy wants to steal her recipe. Bathroom, that's just gross. Oh my gosh. But yes, I agree. Yeah, what? Okay. Yeah, okay. So this dude is a maximum creepus to the highest degree, no matter what. Anybody that puts a camera in the bathroom is just sick, sick, sick. Moving forward, the incident came to light on November 17th when Suzuki was questioned on suspicion of taking voyeuristic photos at a game center in Tokyo's Shibuya ward. Typical. And the video of the women's underwear was found on his smartphone. Okay, so he had video of him taking her or looking for her panties. So actually, I guess he bought her panties. Oh my gosh.
He didn't take him, he just filmed them? Like, ugh.
Okay. Yeah, that's gross. Okay. Where the fuck was I? Okay, yes. Moving forward. Police said Suzuki had apparently admitted to the allegations and quoted him as saying, quote, "I did go to her apartment because I like looking for her underwear, but I never planned to steal anything. I feel everything's okay." End quote. So overall, this guy is just a bad pervert. You know, stealing, or he didn't steal her underwear, but he was looking for her underwear and taking video of her underwear. You know what? I think if somebody broke into my home and they were taking photos and looking at my underwear, I'd rather that they just took it because I don't want to wear those underwear. I don't want anything to deal with those underwears. I mean, just take them, get the fuck out of my life, post them on the internet if you need. But yeah, oh my gosh, panties. Why does it always have to be panties? Tom, you know when you talk when I'm talking, it completely throws me off, right? Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's my story. Tom, your story.
Yeah, man, that's gross, man. I'm sure the woman definitely feels violated. Also, like toilet cam, ew, no. Like even the hottest woman, even like my hottest dream woman, I would not want to watch like a video of her like dropping a deuce, man. Like some things should just stay a mystery. Everybody poops, I get it, but I don't need to see like any lady dropping a deuce. Like, no thanks, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Watching pooping videos. I mean, well, but I guess they're popular in Germany, but to each their own. Scheiße videos. All right, Tom, story. Make it quick. Running out of time.
Samurai ritual suicide contest canceled by organizer in West Japan. Holding a seppuku contest on government property was deemed inappropriate by City Hall. Like many places in the city of MITSUYA is proud of its local history, and like many places in Japan, the local history involves samurai. MITSUYA is the prefectural capital of Shimane and now has a population of nearly 200,000 people. But Matsui Castle, which the city grew around, remains an iconic symbol of the community, and there are various events held there throughout the year that celebrate samurai heritage. However, the organizer of one samurai throwback went through a little too far when they decided to hold a seppuku contest. Seppuku being the act of ritual suicide, also known as harikiri. Readers of the local newspaper were startled when on November 9th, the following ad appeared in the publication. Seeking participants, seppuku contest. We are seeking participants for seppuku contest to be held at Dandan Terrace at Matsui City Hall on December 14th, Saturday. After committing seppuku with a plastic sword, please demonstrate your acting skills by writhing around for 30 seconds to 1 minute. The person with the most vivid performance will be named the champion. The use of fake blood is prohibited. Dig in the fucking hole deeper. The act concluded with an email address for participants to contact in order to register for the event, along with a cautionary note that in the event of a large number of applicants, the register would be closed early. The contents of the ad started spreading around social media, where some people expressed amusement at the idea and others expressed revulsion. And just about everyone was shocked that not only was there was a seppuku contest going to be held, but that it was going to be held at a government facility at Dandan Terrace event space in Matsui Hall. Actually, Matsui City Hall was just as shocked as everyone else, since the newspaper ad was the first time they'd heard of it. Oh, God. This is the gift that keeps on giving, and Christmas just came early. Yes, City Hall had received and approved an application to be held at the Dandan Terrace in City, but it was for something much more benign, a flea market. What's more, the applicant was someone who previously organized at least one other flea market event at the venue, without ritual suicide enactments being pitched as a bizarre side of entertainment. Following the upheaval, the seppuku plans, administrators from City Hall spoke with the organizer, and the contest is being canceled, with the organizer making the following statement. I think you get the idea. I could go on, but yeah, I'm sorry, I done fucked up. Sorry about that, boss.
Huh. Well, there's tons of cultural traditions, I guess, that people have been following for tons of years and stuff that are kind of strange. I mean, the Catholics, don't they have that bread? They say it's like the body and blood of Christ, and you put it in your mouth and you drink some wine. That's kind of bizarre, right?
Yeah, it's bizarre, but it's not offensive, because I'm not going to sit here and say I'm super duper offended, but it just in my opinion, I agree the event should be canceled. I just think it's poor taste. It's maybe not the best part of your history that you should be showcasing. And also, suicide is a huge problem in Japan. So
Okay,
I'm
that's
just
true.
saying, I don't think this is the best idea. And also, don't get me wrong, samurai are cool as shit, man. There
Hell
are so
yeah.
many other cool things. They could have,
Nobunaga.
was it Ietutsu, the fast draw, technique. They slice up some watermelons or some bamboo sticks or whatever. They could have some kendo dueling contests. They could have horseback riding, archery,
Agreed.
cosplay
Agreed.
contests. The sky's the limit. There's so many cool things that could bring the not only bring the community together, and they can stand there and be proud of their heritage, but also they can maybe get some tourists in there for if they advertise properly and get some tourism money flowing through there. So yeah, bling bling, motherfuckers. You get where I'm going, but yeah. And enough said. But I just think it's yeah, we want to do this. Did you think this one through there, buddy? Now I'm starting to feel awake.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the club. Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, I completely agree with you. The samurai has got so many amazing rituals, and they did so many fantastic things, and just their training was spectacular and stuff. And yeah, the whole harakiri thing is kind of dark, and shouldn't be. I mean, especially with kids around, it shouldn't be highlighted, out of all the cool things that they did or whatever. So yeah. That's interesting. That's interesting.
I concur as a parent. What if we didn't know about this? I'm just walking by with my kid. I'm like, hey, kid, check out this flea market. Oh, maybe there's some toys we can buy for you. And then there's guys trying to reenact disemboweling themselves with plastic swords. Then Papa, what's that? I'm like, well, don't worry about that.
I'll tell you when you're older. Ask your mom.
Yeah, ask your mom. Yeah, the Japanese mother explain it in Japanese.
Oh God, no!
I'm sure she'd love that.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, quick question: did you ever watch the drama, the TV show, Shogun?
Yes, it was excellent.
It was excellent. Okay, cool. I never saw it. I never saw.
You haven't seen it?
No, dude, the thing is, when I first came to Japan many years ago, I studied so much about samurai and samurai culture and stuff. And I learned all about Nobunaga, and yeah, I just love that stuff. And so now it's just kind of oh, okay, another drama, another documentary and stuff. Okay, cool. So what am I going to learn now? And yeah, I've seen a lot of bad movies and TV shows with samurai and stuff, and I'm just I don't want to risk it. I mean, unless unless Takashi Miike, if Takashi Miike is working on it, I'm in. I'm so in. I am down. I will stay up all night and binge that shit for a week if Takashi Miike is working on it. But I mean, if it's some other guy or if Sana was working on it, that director, I'd definitely be watching it too. But yeah, but anyway, it was awesome, right?
Yeah, dude, like I can't recommend it highly enough. And I get
Uh,
where you're coming from too, because like we come here and like, obviously something about Japan attracted you to it. Unless it was just
yeah,
a
my
random
friends,
work assignment.
my
Yeah,
friends.
just like which happens, like we got people like other Americans coming over from like armed service, like the Navy or like the military, just coming over here. It's like, ooh, Japan, or no, yeah, that's a work assignment. I get that, but like for us that like for those of us that actually chose to live here, like something attracted you.
Yeah, my
So
friends. I
yeah, I
can't,
get
dude.
it.
I came here because of my friends. I didn't give a shit about samurai when I first came here. I didn't care about anything. I came here because my Japanese friends were here and stuff. They invited me here, so I came here. I didn't give a shit about sushi or anime and that kind of stuff. I wasn't like, oh, sushi every day, anime. Da, da, da. No, I didn't care. I didn't care about that. I came here because my best friend Taka came here. He's like, hey, you should come over to Japan and stay at my house for a bit. Long story. Very, very short. But yeah, I did not come here to study samurai and stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry if I was a little bit long-winded about my point earlier. The point I was trying to make is like
Got a
something
point?
attracted you. Like, yeah, like I was big into anime, and then I was like super into it for a while. And then that kind of waned, and now I'm getting back into it. So like your whole interest like goes comes and goes with the waves. But like no,
Mhm.
regardless of that, like, dude, you should totally see like Shogun. It's totally awesome. It's
Okay.
badass. Like the
All right.
acting, the story is gripping, and like for on so many levels, the costuming and everything. If you speak Japanese, it's like that. Like it's so good. It's so good.
I got
Even if you're not in Japan and you're not interested in like samurai, it's awesome. Also, like I won't spoil the ending for you, but the ending is like an absolute mind fuck. Like
okay, great. You just
however
spoil it.
it's going to end, it will be different. So, but like, yeah, can't recommend that highly enough.
I got to go to work soon, Tom. All right, great. Yeah, you just say it's a good movie. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Good. I can't say enough good things about it.
All right, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, let's do one more story. All right. Let's see here. Okay, man. Okay, geez. Okay, so all right, I'll do a quick one. Uh okay, man arrested at osteopathic clinic. Wait. Man working at osteopathic clinic arrested for secretly filming women in treatment room. Osteopath.
Oh,
Okay, so that sounds more like
osteopath
osteopathetic. All right.
bones.
Stop.
It's bones, and it's for like dude, that's
I-
gross already because of
Jesus
bones, and it's for
Christ.
older people.
Tom, shut the fuck up, man. All right, listen. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna read. Okay, are you done talking?
Done talking, Jesus.
All right, good. Okay. So like when I'm reading the story, dude, and you're talking and stuff, the sound is gonna cut off, right? So like it's not gonna make sense, I think. So okay, are you ready? All right.
Yep, ready.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, this story takes place in Nagoya. Police in Nagoya have arrested a 47-year-old man who works in the osteopathic clinic on suspicion of violating the prefecture's nuisance prevention ordinance by using smartphones to film a woman getting undressed in a treatment room. Okay, all right. According to police, the incident was discovered when the woman who had received an oil massage at the man's recommendation consulted the police saying, quote, I was asked to change into a paper bra and paper shorts before the treatment, but I think I may have been secretly filmed, end quote. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty creepy. Yeah, getting a massage is pretty creepy too, I guess. Anyway, the suspect, Manabu Nishizuki, is accused of placing a smartphone in recording mode in the treatment room at around 6:45 p.m. on November 2nd. He is believed to have placed it in a basket on a shelf and pointed the camera at the treatment bed. Police in Nishizuki has admitted to the allegations and quoted him as saying, quote, I did it to satisfy my sexual urge, end quote. Well, at least this pervert is honest. Police suspected that Nishizuka has repeatedly engaged in similar acts against other women and are currently investigated in the matter. including analyzing the C's smartphone. Oh my God. So this is the second story that I've done where a guy is basically filming women and doing bad things. And yeah, so I think once they find the smartphone or open up the smartphone, they're going to find tons of videos, tons of photos and stuff. And then they're probably going to, I guess, like search his home and find other phones with even more incriminating stuff. This guy is fucked. And yeah, he'll probably get fucked in prison too. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's it for our stories today. Tom, any thoughts on that story?
It's gross. It's also, like I was mentioning earlier, it's an osteoporosis clinic. It's for like basically bone disease, but like that's usually the most vulnerable people are older folks. So the clientele is probably in the older category. So this dude's filming basically like most likely little old ladies. That's
Ugh.
I know we're not supposed to kink shame, but yeah, I totally will because that's gross. You want to sit there and fucking tug off to like older ladies, like just you.
The weird thing is,
None of this is okay. But like, I don't why
well,
people do weird shit these days.
well, people have been doing weird shit since the beginning of humanity. But the thing is, just like usually these perverts film and then they get off on the filming, but this and they never touch the girls or anything like that or the dudes or whatever. But in this case here, the guy is touching them and filming them, which is kind of weird. And that's why I chose this story because this is kind of like a weird situation that we've never really encountered before because this guy's massaging these women and stuff and he's filming himself massaging these women. So I don't know. Maybe he's doing like a funny video or something where he's just like, dun, 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 they're on their back and stuff. And maybe he's mouthing something funny or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Maybe he's just a mega creep.
Yep. Creepy to the maximum level. Anyway, faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. Yes, we're all over the internet. Go to our Instagram. We upload videos and photos every single day. And yeah, Facebook, I would say maybe 3 or 4 times a week and stuff. But yeah, definitely check us out. We're on Patreon. If you want to support this show, that's awesome. All right. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Will you wait till mom finds out, buddy?
I've got a government job to abuse and a lonely wife to fuck. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
God, the pressure! I can't take it! I can't take it! I can't get to it!
You sure I should do this, man?
We're going freaking! We came, we saw, we kicked his ass!
Your move, creep.
Oh, man. I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
Shana na 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 na. I love you.
I have no
Yep, I
idea,
get it.
dude. I just got up, man. I'm too tired to think about this shit.
So you finished work what, 2 hours ago?
Yeah, a couple hours ago, and I got a little bit of sleep. Oh, I got lucky, man, dude. We've been doing overtime, man. I was dreading having to stay up and like then do this and be like, oh, I'd be coasting on fumes. At least I got a little bit of sleep.
It
Went
looks like
around.
you're
I'm
coasting on
also going back
fumes.
to bed after this,
Right.
for sure.
Okay, cool. All right. So, let's see. So you went to work last night at 6 p.m. and you came home at 5 a.m.
Oh no, I leave about 6:45, then I have a coffee and chill and socialize, and then we truck comes at like a little bit after that. And then
Dude, just tell me the numbers, man. Dude, Tom. Okay. When I ask
Too
you a
early to be
question,
thinking about numbers.
okay, right. So when I ask you a question like, did you finish at 6 and 5? Don't tell me a big story about what you had for dinner. Just be like, yeah, well, I started at 6 and I finished at 5. Yeah. So yeah, nobody wants to hear a story about I had a cup of coffee. I mean, Tom, all right, here, let's just do the same thing. Okay, what if you asked me about what I had for breakfast? Ask me, just say, what'd you have for breakfast?
Breakfast.
Well, I woke up about 6:15, and usually I don't wake up at 6:15. I usually wake up at 6:17 because I like to sleep in a little bit. But anyway, I woke up at 6:15 and I got out of bed and I looked for my socks. Couldn't find my socks. I found a pair of socks that had a hole in them, and I decided to wear those socks anyway. And I got up and I decided to make a cup of coffee, but all we have was decaf. And you know me, I don't like decaf. I like real coffee, coffee that makes you feel good when you drink it. And so I got my cup of coffee and I was going to put in some milk, but then I realized I didn't have any clean spoons. All I had was chopsticks. And I had a debate for a while. Was chopsticks the right way to go, or should I get a spoon and clean it and then use the spoon to stir my coffee? I decided to go with the chopsticks and stuff, but later on I knew my wife was. See, you get it?
Yeah, but every same time you're asking me questions, I don't have a simple answer. Like, okay, like truck leaves at 7:30, but we usually leave a little bit earlier. It takes 30 minutes to get up there, and then we start whenever. Like, I don't know, man. There's not simple answers to stuff.
Okay. When you checked in and you checked out of your job, what were those times? Just tell me two numbers.
7:30, and then like after that, it's whenever we finish.
Then what time did you finish this morning, Tom? How come such a easy question
like
has to be such?
I think.
I can't.
Like 3, I think.
We got to do these shows 3 in the morning. 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was the answer I want. Great.
7:30 to 3 o'clock, but